Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo November 11, 2022. Practical matters can thrive today. There can be good news or good support on the level of health and wellness. With a Mercury-Saturn challenge coming into influence later today, circumstances may seem to block your progress, or your vision of a matter is limited. For now, modest ambitions seem best, and slowing down to get things right also makes sense. Tensions related to power dynamics, sharing, and intimacy can emerge. Someone may be giving too much and getting too little in return. In relationships, remember that if you let fear rule, you may miss an opportunity to get closer to someone. Compromise or letting things blow over may be necessary. Get ready for a destined shift in your life. A roaring lunar eclipse energizes your solar second house of finances and possessions yesterday and will echo for months to come. One way this may affect you is by drawing more attention to your budget, income, and expenses with your significant other. Map out a strategy so that you're building your pot of gold. If for some reason an income stream ends near this time, rapidly damage control to look at your savings and how you can find something else instead. Eclipses can bring endings but push you in a new direction. Avoid any pride-related problems with your finances. Put aside your ego and stubbornness when the Sun in Scorpio opposes Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Although you might feel financially ambitious, it might be best to stabilize your personal pursuits over joint pursuits. Taking a step back to consider what you have or what you can work toward is important, especially if you want to feel empowered by the time you enter into a financial partnership. But you may have to be a bit more vulnerable about your debt-to-income ratio or even any issues with control during this process. As the moon leaves your income sector, this will bring the eclipsing full moon 2 days ago to a close while seeing any remaining financial tension start to drop back. Yet on both sides of the financial fence, this is turning into motivation, thanks to a friendly aspect between planets on the income and job fronts and another between Venus, in her final days in your financial sector, and dreamy Neptune in an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart. With today's aspect comes a time to consider practical matters surrounding your ability to relate to people. If you are frustrated in areas of your life that do not involve relationships, then you are bound to bring that frustration into these relationships. In other words, concentrate on your body and well-being. Give yourself the benefit of a healthy diet and plenty of rest. This will support you in other areas of your life. If you've got some loose ends to tie up, this is the best day for it. Completing things is one of the natural occurrences during a 10-day, so be sure to pull out everything that you couldn't finish in the last little while. Doing this before going on to something new is quite important for you, as at times you lack follow-through. Take advantage of this day by getting ahead of the game and wrapping up your various dangling projects. Jupiter only retrograded back out of Aries at the end of last month, but he is already slowing down as he moves into his final 2 weeks in retrograde motion. It is Jupiter's direct turn in 14 days that will see him do a U-turn and begin his journey back, with his return next month not only offering a chance for a do-over but with the planet of luck and expansion fully refreshed from his break. The question is, will you be as fully refreshed from your break as well, having had a chance to pull back? 10 days after Mars turned retrograde in your communication sector, the moon returns with a valuable chance to check in. This is not just a chance to take advantage of the better chance this brings to give the past and unsaid words a voice, but this first visit since the last planet left your relationship sector is a chance to channel this into your relationships. Our eyes in the sky. The morning kicks off with an opposition between the Sun and Uranus. Early on, use this energy wisely to power through paperwork, homework, or any other mental activity you've needed to do, because your energy will decrease in the evening, making you want to just chill and do nothing. You are in a position of great power. Make sure that you are earning the salary you deserve. Your talent and critical eye are worth a great deal. You have a solid reputation. People can count on you. You deserve a wage that reflects this. Even though the rest of the day could feel lazier than usual, the moon moves into Gemini, making it a good time to clean and organize your space. Turn on some happy music and dance your stress away while you declutter. Getting rid of stuff that you don't want or need makes room for new opportunities while also serving to therapeutically release stagnant energies and emotions. It is quite obvious that you need to put in sheer, hard work in order to get what you want. One thing that may not be quite so obvious, however, is faith. Don't forget to have faith that what you are working on will be successful and profitable. Through tension and friction with a friend or loved one today, you are likely to reach a renewed sense of clarity. Through someone else's annoying criticism, light is shed on a difficult situation. Use this newfound clarity in the week ahead. The night blasts in with a lot of energy as Mercury and Saturn square off, so expect a change of heart for the better. This is the mystical CPR needed to get back on track so you can greet tomorrow morning with more energy. Just after midnight, the Scorpio Sun makes its annual opposition to Uranus in Taurus, an aspect that tied into the astrology of yesterday's lunar eclipse. At this time, sudden events prompt grand life changes. It's likely that we will interpret these incidents as threats to our ego and autonomy. This transit intends to disrupt our safety mechanisms so we stop relying on power plays to facilitate our evolution. But in the immediate, unexpected circumstances frustrate us, pitching us into reactive behavior. We assume that by fighting back using manipulation tactics we can assert our dominance and regain control, but this is an exercise in futility. Instead, consider what might happen if you accepted these events as harbingers of personal advancement, cosmic messengers that have come to liberate you from a predictable future. Going with the flow and adapting is better than clinging to a security blanket now. A new dawn is upon you. Light is suddenly being shed on an issue that was previously cast in shadow. Take advantage of this new beginning. You may have to change your position a bit in order to reap the full benefit of this exciting time. Before dawn, the moon sextiles Jupiter in Pisces, engendering emotional harmony. After a turbulent day, we are offered a reprieve. We are reminded that blessings are hidden within the most trying circumstances. On a subtle level, the universe is looking out for us. We can now see the necessity of change and recognize the good to be gained from a mass overhaul. That doesn't mean that we will like it. However, we will accept that we cannot stand still as the world continues to move around us and expect our situation to improve.